times that you need your own. You have to take ownership that you need your own company or own brand or own, you know what I'm saying, whatever.
Right.
I've noticed that sometimes when you outgrow things, you know, there's a little intimidation factor there because you know just as much as the teacher.
Right.
It's just like the art of war. When you expose yourself, when the teacher knows that when he knows that the student knows as much as him, he either lets you go and pushes you out. It's like the bird being pushed out the nest. Or either he fears you, he's intimidated by you, he feels like that you can tumble him or take rulership over him. You know, and I noticed that to some capacity in dealing with people with myself.
Yeah, bro.
As well as you. Sometimes you just have to branch out. You're strong enough, you're standing 10 toes down, you're strong enough to build your own and build your own thing. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes that's what God got for you. You just got to trust the process and trust what God has for you.
Yes, sir.
You can't question that. Whether you feel like people smited you or did you wrong or whatever, it's the strength in you, it's the man in you, it's the way that the universe operates because you asked for this. You put in the work for this, so the universe got to give it to you. You just got to be, you know, flexible or in tune with it, and, you know, to just relax with it, to go out and handle it, what's given to you. You know, because some things you're just born with, and people see it before you see it. They know that you're a threat before you even know it yourself. Because it takes some time for you to find that confidence. Once you find that confidence, it's just like the last dragon, man. When Shonuff was asking, who's the master, pushing them down in the water.
Right.
All the time, people telling them the same thing. You know, you good. You the best.
You chief.
You the chief. Just realize this yourself.
Right.
So Shonuff, who's the master? You know, because Shonuff ain't never questioned he was the master. He like catching bullets with your teeth, you know.
Right.
Leroy,
Right.
who's the master?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He even
Leroy.
come whoop him in his mama and daddy restaurant, man.
Yeah,
Now that's something would have got me right
Crazy.
there. I don't care if I was a coward. You come
Disrespectful.
You did that's too disrespectful. Now that's top notch.
You didn't came to the restaurant.
You just saw my mama and you just that my daddy done saw it.
That's not Shonuff pulled up. That's not Shonuff.
Yeah, but then turn
I
around.
forgot that little saying.
Yeah, so that's the whole thing, man. Yeah. So finally, when Bruce Leroy realized he was the master, he smiled and he looked up. Remember that? And he said, "I am." And he looked at Shonuff, then started kicking Shonuff ass. That's the whole thing in life. That's an analogy that I like to give to myself, and you know, I'm freestyling a little bit here too.
Yeah.
But you know, that's the whole thing in life. Sometimes you just got to be confident and go chase your dreams. Go after it. It's out there for you. You've been putting in the work. You've been grinding. Don't stop. Keep pushing.
Yeah, word, bro. Yeah, no doubt, bro. You know, you make my mind circulate a little bit, bro, and just go into deep thought about, you know, the lesson that you put on the table right now, bro, as far as like handling your business and then coming back greater. So you brought up like the last dragon with Shonuff, but I promise you, bro, I would be doing us a disservice if I didn't tell you what was in my mind while you was doing this. Cause all while you in Last Dragon, I'm like, what do I have in my mind that can compare to where I feel as though like, oh, I get that lesson, I understand that lesson, and I started smiling while you was talking. Because it's a damn animated cartoon. The Lion King, bro. It was hard than the Lion King, bro. Hey, Simba went through something,
Did you see that little girl, though, when she jumped up the couch? Yeah. Man, I still be dying off that, man.
Yeah.
But go ahead, ain't me no right.
No, you all good, bro. It was just so much in that, man. And you know, that's something, man, you be watching with the shorties or something. Me and my daughter, we watching that together. And you find yourself like, it's a cartoon, but it's life lessons inside there, right? Like at a certain point, Simba started growing as a man, and his father started giving him jewels. You know, I started reflecting immediately because I recognized the voice. It was James Earl Jones playing Mufasa. So I mean, I see,
Strong.
man, you can't forget that. Hey, when I heard that at Conan the Barbarian, my man was sitting up there. I heard that voice. I was like, hey, who is my man right here?
But
right?
y'all don't know James Earl Jones. He got one of the most strongest masculine voices.
I promise.
You know, as a black man, you know, you got to recognize that voice.
Hey, don't be sent off by the Allstate man. He decent. Allstate man decent. You know what I'm saying? But James Earl Jones, though, boy, he got that voice, right, bro?
He got that voice.
And so, you know what I'm saying, we were looking at things like, you know, how to, like, you know what I'm saying, like, pick yourself up. How to, like, come out of situations, bro. How to overcome adversity, right? Mm-hmm. And so, Simba, learning as a man, like I heard what my father said, but I got my Uncle Scar in my ear. I equate Scar to the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got my Uncle Scar in my ear. Talking to me like, man, bro, hey, look here. This was cracking right here, bro. Come on, man. Slide over, man. Come kick it with us for a second, right? Because the streets will do you like that, bro. Yeah. The streets will do you. I don't care what the mob or the tie is, bro. If they want that, if what they looking for is in your possession, we'll eliminate you to go and get that possession that we want right now. You know what I'm saying? Biggie said it, 10 crack commandments. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Your moms will tie that ass up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They be waiting for you, hoodie and mask up inside the crib. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know. So you got to pay attention to what's going on. So the street, Scar, is right there in his ear. Like, come rock. And he came out there, bro. Because it knew it would pull his father out there.
Yeah.
I can't really get at Mufasa 101. I can't really get to, you know what I'm saying, Ryan 101. I can't really get to D Cook like 101. But I know another way that I can make this happen. So Simba, he caught up in that young age to where he growing. Man, he went out there. Father came to rescue him. You know what I'm saying? Got stampeded. Lost his life. Now, a lot of brothers ain't been in a situation where they feel as though they responsible for their father losing their life. But this is a situation that you can pull up in your head that you like, you know what? I never let the weight of that situation go. Yeah. I never let the weight of that situation go. Like, I got people that I know, bro, that like was in the house playing with matches and the bed got on fire and they tried to put the fire out and couldn't do it, burned down the house. I know people that was outside playing with their cousin, riding on bikes. Their cousin fell off the bike, got hit by a car, and now they walking with a limp. Yeah. I know people that hurt people that got into fights, bro, and that person hit the ground, and their head hit that fire hydrant or something, or that curb, and now that person is living with other abilities. And we very seldom think about the person who was looked at to be the cause of those things. Like, what type of trauma are they going through? That's how Simba felt, man. That Simba felt like, man, I can't, there's no way in the world that I can sit here and be a part of the pride. There go that word again. To sit here and be a part of the pride, knowing what happened with my father. Scott just told me what to do. Hey, man, pack your stuff, man, leave town, don't never come back again. He fled, he gone. He gone, right? Man, it takes for a small support system to show up.
Yeah.
This is my boys, man. These are my real boys right here. Timon and Pumbaa. Them my guys right there. Them my little guys right there, man. Because they showed up, man. And they gave, like real talk, man. They gave Simba something that he was missing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you a king, bro. Hey, I don't care how down you getting right now, bro. I'm a meerkat. This is a warthog. Right. You a damn lion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whenever you get ready to turn the switch on, you can turn the switch on, bro.
Turn
you know
that switch on.
Right. And so they gave it to him. But the piece, though, like you see, I know all the names. The monkey, Rafiki.
Yeah, you
He's
got
like,
the names.
Rafiki comes in. Hey, man, I done watched Lion King.
You took me back to the movie. I'm in the movie now. I'm sitting there looking at you like, man. I'm in the movie, man.
Like, Rafiki got the stick on him. He the old wise monkey. He's like, come on, man. He see him? He's like, come on, I put that paint on your face when you was born. I know who you are.
Right.
You don't even know who you are. You talked about that earlier, brother, about people in the community knowing what your skill set is before you know what it is. Mm-hmm. This I know to be true, bro. You know what I'm saying? This I know to be true, and that's why I thank the Creator so much for my street understanding, but for my classroom understanding as well. We kind of did an assessment on the Amish community when I was at school, right? Yeah. And so when we broke down the assessment, our instructor was talking to us, and they was talking to us about how self-sufficient. Like, we dealing with the bare essentials. Like, we cool. I'm sure there's some Amish out there that got TVs and electricity flowing, but for the most part, traditionally, right? They don't even work with that, bro. We don't use electricity. We ain't using this technology. We're going to build off the basic essentials that the Creator has gave us. But the part that stood out to me the most, bro, because I don't want to sidetrack it, is how they decide what each person will do for a living. Did you know that in the Amish community, you don't decide that you're going to be an auto mechanic. You don't decide that you're going to be... The community see your attributes. And they be like, yo, my man Code on the educational side, hey, you the teacher, bro.
You know, I never knew that. I've been around some Amish people, but you educated me in that aspect right there. I never knew that. I knew about the other things, you know, about the no electricity and stuff like that.
Right. We grinding out in the field, modest homes. They'll never have no big houses like, you know what I'm saying, some of these bi-levels that we see off the expressway when we roll through the south suburbs. Yeah. They would never live in a big box house like that. It's all modest and everything, right? But my point, you know, by talking about that is that the community bears witness to what your skill set is.
Yeah.
If you good with children, we gonna name it. We see, you might not even see yourself. We see you. And that goes back to what you were saying about, you know what I'm saying, you not knowing your talents when other people can clearly see it.
So acknowledging your gifts, other people seeing the gifts in you that you don't foresee in yourself.
Yeah. The gifts that you don't see in yourself, bro, that's that Jahari's window box, right? We got that 4 boxes. We make that square. Then put them 4 boxes inside there. So the Jahari's window was saying to us, like, okay, there's one box right here to where it's saying that you know everything about you, and the community knows everything about you as well. Like, these talents, they're put out there. We know exactly what that is, right? Another box kind of corner from that is saying, like, hey, the community knows what's going on with you, but you have no clue.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Then there's a box over here, kind of like a shaded area that says that you know what's going on in your life, but nobody else has it. This is a hidden talent that you know you got. You know what I'm saying? Right? So we have a box up here that says the talents that I have and the community is aware. They know I can ball. We have a box down here that says that the community is aware of this skill set, but you not. You don't know how good you are at bringing people together. Then we have a box over here that says you know what your skill set is, but the community don't know. They don't know how good of a caretaker you are. Like, you really good with children, but you know this. You know, and then you got that last box in the corner that says, not only do you not know what this gift is, but the community doesn't know either. It's an untapped box. It's an untapped box. So when we say, like, we building, brick by brick, don't take that as walk away with that with saying that, okay, they know what the next step is. No, we don't. But we got hella faith. We got hella faith in the next step that we about to take. We got hella faith in the next venture that's about to come, right, family? So when we talk about this, like living in your dream, being who you are, bro, chasing down your dreams, and doing exactly what Mufasa did, returning back to the community to set, and pardon me right here, man, I got to curse, man, to set shit straight.
To set shit straight.
Man, bro, listen, man, I did not harm my father. Scar set me up. I've been carrying a lot of weight on my shoulders, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to hold my community down. My mama right here, my girl right here. I am a lion. I'm Mufasa's son, and this what it is. And you got to ride, Scott.
You got to ride. Yeah, you know, I think that it's something inside of you, because it's hard for me to say this, but it's the truth. Everybody don't have it. Like my brother was just saying about being a visionary and us not knowing exactly what we're doing and how we're going to get there, but we're building it brick by brick.
Right.
But it takes foresight. We do see it. I see it clearly. And I know that, you know, God in the universe got us.
Yes.
Because as sure as I'm 10 toes down, I see it. The path has been paved. I'm just digging in and grinding it out, and I'm taking another step, one step at a time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I find so much joy and excitement in living my dream.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to take that leap of faith.
Yes.
You know, when you're stuck in these jobs, you're afraid, you know, like the bills are coming, how you going to make this happen or that happen. First of all, I think that you should try multiple streams of income. And I'm going a little off topic here, but you should have multiple streams of income, because you can't live off of just a job in the faith that this job is going to take care of you and your family for life, or that you can retire in this job. You know, you under somebody else's rulership. They can, you know, you're vulnerable. There's some vulnerability there. They could fire you at any moment. Something could come up. You're getting too old, or whatever. You know, the job could change. They could be, your skill set don't mesh no more with the job, or whatever. You know, you're vulnerable. You can't count on the job for the rest of your life, saying these days that you're just gonna retire in this job.
Right.
You know, things are changing so fast. And then now, these jobs have us working. We live in check to check. You know, so you have to think about that when you have lives and families and stuff like that. You got newborns and you live in check to check. You know, you can't get ahead like that. I hear so many people saying they can't get ahead. So why not look into other things, other streams of income?
Yeah.
Go on YouTube. Is it okay to say that?
Absolutely.
Well, you know, you following us right now on YouTube, but man, YouTube some things. I tell myself all the time, I'm in YouTube Academy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If it's something I don't know, I look it up.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to YouTube in that regard.
Absolutely.
Shout out to YouTube in that regard.
And Google, that's my best friend.
And Google is my best friend.
Right. I was like, let me.
You know what I'm saying? Just check into those things. Look for multiple streams of income. I say this a lot, but I think it's so important, because when you get tied into these jobs, you're locked in. It's like you have no time to look for other streams of income or other things, but you got to make time. And that's the thing with your dreams. You got to make time. Make time for the things you love, for your dreams.
Yeah. Bro, yeah, you on point. You on point. You made me just think a little bit, brother, before we go to our next point. But just because we so committed as individuals, bro, we take pride in everything we do, right? That if you get like a sweet position, I mean, you got 2 weeks paid vacation, you getting the dollar amount that you want, you know what I'm saying, per hour, you traveling. You know what I'm saying? Your family feels secure. It's hard from that point to tell yourself like, yo, I deserve more. It's hard to tell yourself that, bro. You know what I'm saying? When you make it like 70, 80,000 a year, y'all got a decent house, 3 floors inside there. You like, I'm living that dream, you know? But when we building brick by brick, and we understand really, what's a solid structure and what's a facsimile. Like, what's a solid structure and what's a facsimile? And that quick dollar that we chasing, that's the facsimile, bro. The solid structure is when you take brick by brick and build. Brick by brick, bro. And a lot of times, we're not doing that. We're not doing that, bro. We're not building brick by brick. We jumping on the people cabooses and just riding to the destination, and we're forgetting about the people that we left behind. So when we talk about we building, bro, it's not just us.
True
it's
that.
not just us, man.
Facts.
It's our future posterity, bro. We thinking about them with every move we make. And that's why me and my brother feel as though we can't sell out. We can't. We can't because there's too many people that depend on us, bro. So it was some way I wanted to go with that, brother. But the thought that's pressing on my mind right now, bro, I know you got definitely, you know what I'm saying, got a point of view. I feel some type of way about this too, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like we done seen it over and over and over again, bro. You know, the brother, George, the situation in Minnesota, bro. You know, I haven't even watched the video yet, but I feel it,
watch,
man.
Bro. I watched it unwarrantedly, but it was too hard to watch. It's despicable, and you know, my heart melts. My heart hurts because as a man, as a black man, as light as I am, I'm a black man. But it hurts. I'm a man, and to see another brother or another man taken out like that, there's no way I could have stood around filming this brother's death. There's something in me, and it infuriates me because some brothers could stand there and film stuff and not take action. I mean, this brother couldn't breathe. It was clear that this brother couldn't breathe. You know, and it's clear that they have no regard for black lives.
Not at all, bro.
So we have to take matters into our own hands. We can't ask for things that we deserve. I mean, history has shown that you will never be given respect by asking. So in that regard, you got to take action. You know, me, I'm not finna see or stand by and watch a brother or sister taken out of it. And it's hard for me to sit and watch any human taken out like that, but especially not for people of color.
Let's go.
Because there's privilege, and I don't feel it's successful in the same aspect as black lives, as white lives. It's not. Let me be clear on that. Let me just quit sugarcoating.
Let's go.
You know, there's white privilege out here. Just like, you know, the white privilege that they felt that they can get away with this, the reason why they did it, you know, that's white privilege. They feel like the system and the laws are in their favor, so they can get away with it.
Absolutely.
But there has to come a time when the people stand up and demand respect and demand justice.
Man, bro. So, you know, you hit on so many points when it comes to that, bro. I'm gonna tell you, man, the first thing I saw when I looked at that, bro, it was a still shot of whatever that officer's name is.
Derek something. Derek, something with a C. I can't recall it right now.
And had his knee down, you know what I'm saying, on the brother's neck. And I saw somebody, I can't take credit for this. I mean, I saw it, it reminded me of it. But until somebody put the picture up, you know what I'm saying, it clicked my mind. And they didn't say what I'm about to say, but it's this picture, right? It's like the stands he was in. It was my brother E from New Era, Chicago. That's who it was, I do believe, right? But the stands that brother had, or the position he took, was like almost like strikingly similar and almost the same position that Colin Kaepernick had took by kneeling, right? And so I'm looking at the dynamics of what's happening, man. And I'm saying, yo, my brother right there, man. Every ounce of me wanted to like jump through this video screen, right? And then I'm looking at the underlay for the overlay line. You know, when people talk to you with hate, it's with a tongue and a dialect that we don't readily like comprehend or understand initially, you know, because we're not of that. We come from love. You know what I'm saying? So when you see it, you're like, this is diabolical, bro. So you're going to take a knee, right? You refuse to take a knee at a game. You refuse to take a knee at a game, but you would take a knee on a black man's neck? I feel some type of way, King.
I feel some type of way as well, King. And another thing that I need to point out, that I would like to point out rather, is that this police officer had his hands in his pocket while he had his knee suffocating him, on his neck suffocating him. Clearly, there was no resistance there. And from all the footage that was shown, there was no resistance. This man never resisted at any point. But yet, they couldn't treat this brother better or arrest him in a proper manner if he had done something wrong.
Man, bro, and then, you know, it's like we got to get to a point too where we tired of, like you said, asking for somebody to treat us right.
Ask. Can't ask no more. It has to be taken.
Absolutely, man.
And also, there's another factor that has to be taken into consideration. I mean, just him being fired in the procedures, we know that that's not true because there's a process for him to be fired that would take months. He can't just be fired. He has to be charged. Right, not just him. All of those involved have to be charged and tried for murder. They are criminals. Just as a normal citizen in America can be charged for a crime, they should be charged for a crime and processed for the crime of murder because that was murder. It's clear. The mayor, I heard him spoke out. I can't think of the mayor's name of Minnesota. Again, we're speaking on George Floyd, who was recently killed in Minnesota. And
the mayor in that particular town.
The mayor of Minnesota in that particular town, he spoke out, and it was heartfelt in some regard of what he was saying, but he didn't call it, in my opinion, what it was. It was a murder. Yeah. The man was murdered. That was a murder. That was a cold-blooded murder. Man, bro. And those officers should be processed and treated as criminals, just as a normal citizen would be if they committed a serious crime of murder. We can't keep sugarcoating or carefulling criminals. There's criminals on every level in the corporate world, the police department, everywhere.
And bro, I just want to jump in real quick and just add this, bro, as it relates to this case right here. Like, yo, brothers, the time is now, Kings. My brothers from New Era, Chicago, UNIA, Northside Circle of America, you hear them putting the call out all the times. Brothers, black man, your race needs you. You hear them with that call all the time, bro. And that's because it's the truth, King. Like, yo, if you watch that video and you couldn't envision yourself being down there with that knee in your neck, and bro, I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say because I immediately felt that. I knew if it could happen to that brother, and this ain't the first situation. We can go all the way through this. You know what I'm saying? From any brother we want to name right now, all the way up the list. You know, I saw myself in each one of those situations. Eric Garner, I can't breathe. George, I can't breathe. My young Trayvon, you know what I'm saying? I'm not messing with you. I'm trying to get away. You know what I'm saying? Laquan McDonald, you know what I'm saying? I may be going through something. You ain't have to do what you just did right now. Sandra Bland. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
We can go down the list. Go down the list, bro. And each one of those situations, bro, I put myself in it. And that's why sometimes, man, like this whole video, I haven't even had a chance to see, you know, because my heart, my soul, my body is still digesting all the other brother. I ain't got over Emmett Till yet, that's what I'm trying to say, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot inside of us. There's a lot inside of us. And family, if you don't feel no way or no sense of urgency right now, I don't know when you're going to feel that. Like, yo, the time is right now, bro. Like, yo, I'm not going to wait until it happened to my son for me to snap out.
Yeah. And to all my...
No, go ahead, man. You good, Kay.
And to all my affiliated brothers as well. You know, Brother K-Bar just acknowledged, you know, a lot of organizations, but to you street guys and affiliated guys as well. You know, if you can't see that right now that your opposition isn't each other, I mean, that's something as a man, I mean, that that you need to acknowledge and accept, because you chasing the wrong op.
Right.
Your opposition ain't a brother that's the same color as you. I mean, I understand that things happen in the streets, but there has to come a time where there's delegation, and it has to come to an end. These street beefs and stuff like that, man, because there's something more serious on the table. Who's the bigger op? The bigger op is racism.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they killing us, man. That's counterproductive for us out here killing each other, man, feuding with each other, man. That's counterproductive,
Real
man.
talk.
In order for us to succeed as a people, man, to get political power that we need, and to do things as a people, and to get the things that we need as a people, man, we got to come up out of that.
That's real talk right there, brothers. You know what I'm saying? And just to add on to what you're saying, bro, like, you know, we're not just coming up with something right now that we think is a lofty idea that may possibly work. No, brothers, we telling you without a shadow of a doubt, like everything you talking about on the street, yo, we done seen it. We done stood in line. Listen, brothers, it go down inside the joint. Make no mistake about it. It's real inside there. We confined to a 5x ACL, and you moving around, and guess what? It's racism now. But guess what happened in the joint, though, bro? All made about Keystones, CVLs, double I's, foes, travelers, GDs, BDs. Hey, let's go. Latin Kings, right? That's Saints, Black Gangsters. Everybody realized that,
SDs.
Yo. SDs, come on, fam. Everybody realized that, yo, hey, counts. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't make it. We can't make it like this. We have to come together. Guess what? Why do we have to come together? Because it's the Aryan nation. They here to hate all of us.
And you got to realize, it's just like in your household or with your family members. Y'all might beef among each other, but when it comes to family over everything.
Yeah,
and you got to look at us like that. We have to look at each other like that. You know, we get, these small differences that we got, we don't need anyway, but we have to put them aside and think about the real issue.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we being killed out here.
Mm-hmm.
Why you distracted trying to take somebody out over here? Man, while we've been on this COVID-19 and prior to that, they've been taking you out.
Mm-hmm.
People of color.
Mm-hmm.
Been taking you out with no argument. The time has to come where, man, we man up and say no more, man.
Absolutely.
You know, we can't keep filming stuff while these brothers are being slain out here, these brothers and sisters being slain out here. You know, you can't film. Why film when you can step in? Or make sure, surround the situation and take over the situation. Make sure that your brother and sister are treated fairly. What this camera stuff, this ain't nothing, man. This is the same thing as singing chants we should overcome. Really, that's what it means. That's the same sentiment we should overcome. You can't get respect or justice asking for it. You ain't never gonna get it asking for it.
Yeah, real talk, bro. So, hey, listen, family, each one teach one. Let's go out here and do what we need to do. The brother just talked about it, right? Hey, listen, stop the small, petty arguments with each other. You know what I'm saying? Because there is no oppressor and the enemy out there that's looking and seeking to devour you. You know what I'm saying? So you need to know that, family, okay? I saw this one video that kind of like...
The enemy is real.
Sum up what you said. It was like two little deers. It was antelopes or whatever, gazelles. They was fighting with each other. Mm-hmm. And they locked horns in, right? It was about like 10 gazelles out there watching them. The other 8, they just get up out of there. I'm like, why they dip out like that, right? Because in the near distance, it's a lion running. He coming toward them.
Right.
But the 2 antelopes fighting, they locked in the head. The lion like this, right? Mm-hmm. The other 8 break. They don't even say that to assist or break them up.
Oh, man.
And the lion came and feasted Because you're too busy fighting your brother and you can't see the damn enemy coming out there, bro. That's the analogy that popped into my head when you was talking.
That's the analogy and the distraction I was speaking
That's
of.
that distraction right there, bro. So we going to keep it going with distractions. Last topic, we going to go ahead and get out of here, bro. You know, we talking about distractions. I just got to keep it real, man, when we talk about this, man. We the brothers, we the kings, so we supposed to be able to have that king talk.
No question.
King talk is, you know what I'm saying, making sure that our queens are good.
Making sure our queens are good.
We got a problem with that inside our hood right now.
Have a huge problem with that inside our hood.
I just want you to expound upon that, man. They just talk about, you know what I'm saying, our sisters, you know, they looking for a good man. They putting their trust in them, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, a lot of them like being that ride or die chick, you know what I'm saying? You want to live in that glamour or that image that you see. You know what I'm saying? But you want him to be able to turn this switch on and off to be also the man of your dreams, the one that's going to walk you down the aisle and take care of your children. Just speak a little bit, man, as far as, you know what I'm saying, the thought process concerning that, bro.
Sure, man. For sure. So, it's a question that I raised. I was talking over the weekend, this Memorial weekend, to some of my siblings, my nieces and cousins and stuff like that. And they was telling me about relationships and how they, you know, deal with they dudes in their relationship. So my question that I proposed to them was, you know, to gain your respect, do you want to be cool or do you want to be respected? Because being cool is going along with everything. And I could go a lot of ways with this because I want to address the fellas with this too, because as men, we defame and defile a lot of our sisters out here by, you know, there's a lot of stuff that ain't manly, you know, with the man codes. My brother was having this discussion.
Yeah.
It's actually something that you said that resonated, that was, you know what I'm saying, on point. That it a lot of, let me say that again, there are a lot of things that aren't up to the man code that brothers are doing out here. Keep that in mind while I express this analogy here. Okay. Now, you know, having this conversation with these young ladies, you know, they were saying how they get down for their dudes and they do it and participate in this and that. And it sounded like it was just some cool, they was just chilling and all that. But ain't no respect given. You know what I'm saying? So there's a line there. If you want to be cool or you want to be respected. Because as a man, you know, if you with females and stuff and y'all out partying and kicking it and you got some ladies and they just want to be cool, the respect level, you know, now I'm a man, I'm going to respect ladies at all times. I'm a gentleman. I'm cut from a different cloth. I'm a little older. So that's how I get down. You know, these days. So I'm gonna say that because I'm a little older now. And I've always been a little gentleman, but you know, I have a greater understanding. I'm a little seasoned now. So with that, you know, young men take it for what it's worth. Oh, she's just trying to chill. She's just trying to kick it. So there's little respect there. They can play the music that's disrespectful, degrading to women. You know what I'm saying? Talk recklessly, you know, degrading to women. Put their hands on women. You know what I'm saying? All things that are wrong to our women.
Harmful
to our community and our culture. You know what I'm saying? That ain't the proper way to get down. Whoever taught you that, they bogus. It's wrong. But my question to them was, do you want to be respected or do you want to be cool? Because you have to demand your respect.
That's a deep question, bro.
A true woman would demand a respect. You will know as a man that certain things aren't acceptable to her. She's not going to even want to kick it with you if you can't respect her. And those are usually the wifeys. Those usually the guys, those usually the women that the guys gravitate to. That, you know, take on as a wife. Because you can't do everything with her. She's going to demand your respect. You know, she's going to demand certain principles and certain ways of treatment toward her.
Definitely.
You're going to have to open the door for her.
Yes, sir.
You ain't going to do certain things around her.
Mm-hmm.
So, though, that is the difference.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be cool, or do you want to be respected?
Yeah.
Wifey is respected. Man, regular females in the streets.
You cool. You cool.
You cool.
Right. You cool,
So,
son.
do you want to be cool or respected?
Oh, literature.
Man, get it to
Man,
her,
bro. That's it in a nutshell right there. Listen, you want to be down? You Brandy, you want to be down? You just want to be down? All right, we going to let you be down then. What my man said, Shorty want to ride with me? Some G-Unit? All right, you just want to be down then, right? Or you want somebody really who going to be there for you and hold you down to give you the respect that your father told you deserve.
There you go. Say
Hey,
that.
Queens, listen. Don't turn your back to your fathers. If you blessed and still have it, he gives you jewels. That's the only man on this planet that's willing to give you jewels and don't want nothing in return. You feel me? Do you feel me? Listen to your father, okay? All right, listen to your father and what he has to say, and you take that with you. And you compare every man, you measure that up to your dad. Measure that up to what your dad said. And if it don't measure up, you need to do an action. You need to do an action to stop, to move around, to be free. Yeah, all action words. Oh, yo, you have to put in something behind that, bro. You just can't say that, you know what I'm saying, and not do no action behind that. You have to put in an action. This is what my brother is talking about right now. Listen, don't seek to just be cool. That's passive aggressive to me. That's passive aggressive. If you just want to sit in the room just because you think the people in this room are cool and worthy of you being around, that tells me directly in the low vision or self-esteem or thought process that we have about self. That you will change who you are to fit in somebody else's vision when your dad, when your uncles, when your auntie and your grandmama already told you what it was, family. They already told you what it was, but we've been so traumatized as a people over the years that it's individualized in everything we do. Our vote is not consolidated. Our thought process is not consolidated. You know what I'm saying? Our finances are not consolidated. We don't even have... Do we have 20 black-owned banks in the United States? Do we? It's only one here in Chicago. It's only one. Yo, family, we got to get on the business. Sisters, listen, bro, y'all holding us down.
Bro, and we used to have more than 20 black-owned banks, but that deteriorated.
Yeah.
You know, over the years.
We had 3 in Chicago.
We had
Seaway.
Seaway. We don't still have Seaway?
Man, they went bankrupt 2 years ago, bro.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? They went bankrupt 2 years ago. So that's why I'm like, we only have the Illinois Service Federal Bank. It's in Bronzeville.
Yeah.
That's the only black-owned bank that we have. Like, Seaway filed for, you know what I'm saying, bankruptcy. And I would always think to myself every day, like, yo, we need to do something about that right there. Yeah. We need that bank.
Too many distractions.
Yo, listen, family.
We're not thinking on the real issue.
Way too many distractions. This COVID and all this other stuff. Listen, we need hospitals so we can deal with the mental health issues that we got. That's why we losing so many people to COVID. We need our own land so we can grow our own food. All them uncles out there, they got them CDLs. We need you to renew them up. Because we're going to need you to travel and bring that food to and fro.
And you better hurry up because they're going to have robo trucks in a minute.
Man,
robotic trucks.
Listen to
take your job.
And last,
get on point.
Man, listen.
Get off these distractions.
Listen. And last but not least, the 2 things we need, our own educational school system. So we can teach our own children. Right?
Definitely. Now that's one of my major points right there, bro. We have to teach our own children, man. Yeah. That is one thing. How can we... man, I go... Boy, this deep for me. Because how can you ever trust the oppressor?
Yeah.
Who ain't never meant you no good to educate your children. Man.
Yeah, Dr. Umar say, how you expect
he even give you religion.
Yeah.
Anything. He never meant you any good. He just showed you. He's showing you and displaying it every day in social media by killing another black man or black woman.
Mm-hmm. So how you expect your child to know what they need to know if you don't give it to them? If you send them for somebody else for 6 hours a day. Who you expect them to be when they come home? So we need educational settings. And last but not least, man, we need financial institutions, bro.
And that's why you need brothers like me and Mr. Daryl Cook. I am Ryan Pemberton, and this is Daryl Cook. That's why you need us to come speak to your schools, give you the real deal of what's going on. This is what's needed. You can't keep sugarcoating stuff and trusting in somebody who don't care for you. We got to be there to give it to you. So trust us, and we'll come at you.
Absolutely, yeah. And y'all know what it is, man. It's been a pleasure. It's been a treat. This is what we do, y'all. It's coming straight from the heart, unscripted, uncut, straight raw from the heart, man. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what we've been ordained to do. It's been on our heart to do this, man. Y'all already know who it is, man. It's your boy, Author National Speaker D Cook, on location, and my man right here.
And I'm Ryan Pemberton. Remember, one love, people. We brick by brick, we're still under construction. We're building. Peace.
Partner dust.